People think I'm crazy. I've traded my car in for a horse. 10 years ago, when I bought that used Honda Civic, I pledged that it would be my last petroleum-powered vehicle. I joked that if no alternative was available, I'd have to ride a horse. Well, that car bit the dust at 301,000 miles. And the only alternative was a gas-electric hybrid, which still uses petroleum. I suppose if I were younger, I'd buy that kit where you convert your diesel engine to run on French fry oil. But, geez, oh, Pete. At 71 years old, I just decided I'm gonna do what I said I would do. So, I bought Shelby. Not that I knew a thing about horses. I was an 8th grade science teacher my whole life. But I shopped for a hay burner the same way I'd shop for a car. Low miles, dependable, has heat. Shelby qualified. She's kind of a silver gray, not your fancy sports model, but she can go forever and just refuels on whatever's growing. Now, when people ask what I drive, I say, a 95 Silver Mustang. For less money than a car, I got a horse, a buggy, tack, a fence around my 12 acres, and a simple shelter for Shelby. With the money left over, I've got vet bills covered for the rest of her life. And fuel is basically free for 5 months of the year. I'm lucky the zoning around here still allows horses. Used to be all farms and fields. Now it's eaten up by McMansions on 5-acre lots that take them all weekend to mow. Turns out, there's no law against riding your horse into town. I tie Shelby at the library bike rack, and she stands and dozes for half a day while I play bridge. People stop and pet her. She's quite a curiosity in Anoka. Sometimes motorists pull up next to us and they say, "What are you doing?" And I answer, "Errands." Confuses the heck out of them. They just seal themselves back up and drive away at 18 miles to the gallon. Of course, if I'm going a long way or have things with me, I use the buggy. Like when I visit Missy and the grandchildren out in Plymouth. It used to be an hour by car on the freeway. Now it's all day by buggy on the county roads. I enjoy the slower pace. There's a lot happening at 8 miles an hour. Plymouth is one big suburb, so it's a little odd to arrive by horse. I feel like the Pied Piper with kids on bikes following me. My grandchildren think I'm the coolest grandma because we give buggy rides to all the neighbors. I even let little Sarah drive her. When we're finished, I tie Shelby to the clothesline at Missy's and she can move back and forth grazing. I worry a little bit about the chemicals on Missy's lawn. Shelby gets a rash around her mouth every time we're there. Missy doesn't seem concerned about it. Of course, she doesn't even worry about the chemicals on her kids' vegetables. She's too busy dealing with all their allergies and asthmas. Geez, oh, Pete, it's no wonder with their off-gassing carpets and processed food and bleach in the laundry. People, what are we doing to ourselves? Oh, it's so different from when I drove a car. I used to combine errands, drive less, anything to reduce the thousands of pounds of carbon emissions. But with Shelby, I go out more. Her emissions make the world better. 2 gardeners on my road are practically fighting each other for Shelby's manure. I trade it to them for the vegetables it grows. Now whenever I hear people say, "Eat shit," I think, I practically do. She's a perfect system, really. Everything about her is food for something else. She breathes out carbon dioxide, the trees breathe it in. She poops, it feeds the soil. She loses tail hair, and the chipping sparrows weave it through their nests. And when she dies, her entire body will break down into food for something else. I think about that landfill we pass about 30 miles from here. Acres piled high with car skeletons and tires and the reek of oil. Somewhere in the recent history, we humans made up the idea of waste. Now resources take a one-way trip to the landfill instead of the circular trip they've been on for billions of years. Let's take a lesson from the horse to get out of this mess we're in. Everything we buy must be food for something else, or we're not playing by nature's rules. Think about that the next time you go to Walmart. So, maybe you'll see me, if you ever get off the freeway and your cell phone. I'm in the buggy, pulled by a dependable gray mare, leaving fertile heaps of biodegradable gold all along the way. Help yourself.